never forget one day getting ready for Brock's game. And my husband and I were sitting in the living room. We were all ready to go. And up Brock came. He came up the stairs. He had his suit on. He was ready to go. My daughter had to work that day. And she came up and she had her uniform on. And Brock asked if he could have the car. He had just gotten his license and was quite excited. So we said sure. And she asked if he could drive her to work. So off the two of them went. Out the door they went. He drove her to work and he drove off to hockey. And my husband and I kind of looked at each other. And all of a sudden we were in a situation where our kids didn't need us to take them where they needed to go anymore. We went from driving all across Ontario, going to hockey games, being the hockey parents that waited for him after the game, and all of a sudden now he had his license, and that young man that needed help getting his bag up into the back of the car was now driving the car and not necessarily needing us to take him. And it was a difficult transition for us, and it happened like that. And I think parents need to remember that this time with your kids in the car and the conversations in the car are so precious because time flies.
There comes a time in every teenager's life where they no longer want to spend the weekends with their parents or their family. And it's not because they don't love their parents or their family, it's more because they have other things to worry about. They want to spend time with their teammates or their friends or maybe their girlfriend or boyfriend. Maybe they want to go to a party instead of going to a movie night with their family. It can be tough for parents because they don't see it coming. And when it does, you want to have those moments from when they're younger and their car ride home that you're going to remember and cherish. It's really when you can connect with your kid, and that's kind of the whole point of enjoying the ride and cherishing those moments, those lifelong memories that you're going to have forever. Because once they decide they're no longer wanting to spend that time with you on the weekends, it's never quite going to be the same.
I just read an article about this the other day, and I actually got choked up on the last game. This mom had written this article on the last game her son played. I think it was a midget. The years, the routines of getting coffee in the morning and getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I actually enjoy getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm one of those weird ones. I don't know, being a part of those moments. But that's going to transcend into other moments. So I can't say one particular thing. Yeah, it's been a great ride so far.
I'm going to miss the whole lifestyle, even with the parents, and driving them to the rink and driving them home and having those conversations and even not only conversations about hockey, just about life. So we've had the best conversations with my other sons as well, driving in that car.
You only have your son or daughter playing hockey for really it's a short time frame. If you can find pleasure in it, it's a lot better than feeling that frustration and anger. That's what I think that's what your book is about, is touching on some of these points of trying to be, a little bit open to hopefully making a good experience for everybody involved.
As your kids get older, you don't necessarily have that time. You're busy with your work, they're on doing their own thing, then they're growing up and doing stuff with their friends. You just are able to spend a lot of time, and you should embrace that because it goes by really quickly.
I think the biggest thing is seeing the enjoyment in it. I think I probably feel everything as a parent. You feel their frustration when they've had a bad shift, or they're not getting as much ice time as they want. To you're just almost in tears when you see them succeed and reach the goals that they wanted, whether it's individually from a game or even a team standpoint.
Just support your son or your daughter in the best way possible and have a big picture in mind. So even if he's playing at a competitive level, the reality is, his hockey career is going to end eventually. And then when you look back, you have to say, what was it all worth? Was it really worth going crazy about ice time, one game, or winning the championship or whatever? It has to be about life lessons, because it's got to be all worth something in the end. So it's got to be, did he become a better person? Is he a better teammate? Did he become a better player? Did he give his best? And did he love the sport? That's what it has to be about.
Just step back and enjoy it. I think everyone gets far too wrapped up with the end of the journey as opposed to the great moments that they'll share today. For example, we look at the end and the big dream as opposed to the moments that those boys will share and remember when they're 35 years old, sitting around maybe having an adult beverage and been going, remember when we were in that tournament, remember, which we all do. And I think that's what we need to step back and remember.
One of the best things about minor hockey was all of the family time it provided. We got to spend so much time together. Our schedules were the same. I knew where my kids were. I knew who their friends were. And not only did I know who their friends were, I knew who the parents of the friends were. It also became our social life. And this will be one point in your life that you have the same social life as your kids. And that is invaluable because it doesn't last forever. So I would encourage you, enjoy this time, enjoy the ride, all the time you get in the car, at tournaments, all those great conversations. And as busy as you are right now, use that time to have great conversations and spend time with family. It goes by so fast. For more information on the Lessons from Behind the Glass video series, visit bchockey.net or lessonsfrombehindtheglass.com.